Welcome again, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me for this yin class. So please find a nice comfortable seat. I like to sit on my blanket. Just make sure that your knees are comfortable, your hips are comfortable. You can even sit on a chair as we begin the class. And then as you close your eyes, just kind of drop in all at once. Feel and sense your breath inside the body. Notice where you're witnessing the breath more. Some of us notice the breath more in the nose, in the nostrils. Some of us feel the breath more in the chest. Some of us feel the breath more in the belly. So notice wherever that is for you, just begin to really witness it, not waiting for it to happen, not reaching for it, but just allow it to come to you. Allow yourself to receive your breath. And as you close your eyes, just find yourself in this moment, present with your breath. Noticing your natural inhalations or natural exhalations. And then take one hand, put it on your belly, the other one on your chest. And we're going to do this deep abdominal breathing. So I'd like you to see if you can really breathe into the belly, feel the belly expand. And then as you exhale, gently begin to pull the belly in and up towards your spine and exhale all the air out. And inhale through the belly, feel the belly expand, and exhale, allow the belly to empty. And once again, inhale, feel the belly expand. You may feel your hand just move away from the body. And as you exhale, exhale as you gently pull the navel to the spine. And we're gonna add on the chest. So inhale through the belly, continue your breath till you feel your chest expand. And then exhale, empty the belly and empty the chest. And two more times. Inhale, breathe into the belly and the chest. And exhale, empty the belly and empty the chest. And once again, inhale, belly and the chest. And exhale, empty the belly, empty the chest. Now this time, as we breathe deeply into the belly, you feel the belly expand, the chest expand, and then you feel the expansion of the collarbones. And as you exhale, empty the belly, empty the chest, and empty the collarbones. So if you see if you can really keep the spine long the whole time. So try not to move forward and up. Sometimes we tend to arch our back when we're breathing deeply into the belly. Just have a nice long spine. And just breathe, nice deep belly breathing to the chest, to the collarbones. Notice if your chin lifts when you lift up through the chest, keep the chin parallel to the floor. And then exhale, exhale, empty the belly and the chest and the collarbones. So you're really exhaling all the air out. And once again, inhale. Inhale, inhale, try not to let that chin lift up, and exhale, exhale, exhale. And one last round together. Inhale, 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 exhale, exhale, and exhale. And then gently release the hands down to your knees, please. Sit tall for just one more moment. And then as you're ready, please come into tabletop pose. So let's go ahead and move a little bit before we get into our yin poses. So if you have anything on your mat, just kind of push it to the side. Come to tabletop pose. And as you inhale, lengthen the right leg back behind you. Keep the right leg exactly where it is. And then reach the left arm in front, bird dog. Inhale, reaching in opposite directions, pause. Exhale, lower the left hand down, lower the right knee down. And then switch side, extend the left leg back, reach the right arm forward. Pause, inhale, and exhale, lower everything down. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg back. Pause. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, right arm forward, left leg back. Pause here and come back to the center. Last one. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg back. Pause. Exhale, lower everything down. Inhale, right arm forward, left leg back. Pause. And exhale, lower everything down. Lean back, please. And then we're going to set up for our first pose, which is a supported child's pose. So for this pose, we're going to use if you have a block, I'll show you different options. If you have a block and a bolster, go ahead and pile it up so that block is as high as you want it to go, but I have it on the second height, on the medium height. And I'm going to bring my knees to the sides of my bolster. I'm going to take one blanket, put it on top, and I'm just going to come slowly to a child's pose position. So your forearms are resting on the floor. You're getting a nice support with the bolster. You can turn your head to one side, or you can bring your forehead down on your bolster. Whatever feels good on your neck. If you don't have a bolster, but you have a bunch of blankets, you can also do the same thing, or you can sit on your blankets or pillow. So the blankets and pillow are between your heel and the buttocks, and then you just bring your forehead down to the floor or put it on your block. So you just want to basically feel the support. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to come into a child's pose where the hips are lifted or your head is hanging. So make sure the hips are softened down towards your heels and your head is resting on something, whether it's your hands, your mat, or your bolster. Okay? So this is a very restorative pose to begin with. I want you to just kind of find yourself in that pose. And as you close your eyes, send your breath to your backside. So breathe into your nostrils. Feel and sense your breath fill into the back lungs, especially that space in between the shoulder blades. Really feel that space opening up with your breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, let the air just come all the way up and out through an open mouth. So you're breathing through your nostrils, you're inhaling through the nostrils, but exhaling out through an open mouth. I'm going to mind the time for you, so close your eyes and just really enjoy these few moments of restorative pose. If you have your head turning to one side, go ahead and turn your head to the other side just to make sure that your neck feels okay. As you breathe, really let the upper back, the space between your shoulder blades, let that breath space expand. And exhale and let the chest soften towards your structure. Continue on, nice and deep breathing. We have 1 more minute to go. Just close your eyes and feel how the structure that you've built is coming up and supporting you. There's absolutely nothing you need to do right now but to just enjoy this pose and enjoy enjoy your breath. Feel and sense your breath and your body exactly the way it is. Notice how the sensations move. Maybe you feel the sensation in the shoulders initially, and then they move down to your low back, and then they move to the hips, and maybe you notice them in the thighs or the ankles. And then nice and slowly press your hands down, lift your chest up from the structure. Go ahead and put everything back to the side once again. We're going to use them for future poses. Come back to tabletop pose. This time, tuck your toes under. And as you tuck your toes under, lift the knees off the ground. And as you lift the knees off the ground into a bear pose, pause here, drop the chin down so your gaze is in between your hands. We're just going to hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Inhale, lift the chest up into your cow pose. Exhale, round the back, pull the belly, and lift the knees up again into bear pose. Drop the chin down. Take your gaze in between your fingers. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Once again, cow pose. And then again, cat pose. Draw the belly to your spine. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees off the ground. Bear pose, really round through your back, your upper back, mid back, low back. Drop the chin down for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the knees down. Inhale, lift the chest up. And then you're going to set up another structure here. So take your bolster if you've got it. Take your block, just like we just did a minute ago for the child's pose. This time though, you're going to come to your right side and you're going to lie down on your right side. You can rest your head on your bicep. You can reach the arms overhead, the left arm overhead. If this feels good for you, you can take that left knee behind the right foot and pause here. So we're really thinking about lengthening the left side of our bodies. If you don't have the bolster, you can do the same thing with a bunch of thick blankets and pillows, and you just kind of come all the way down. Either knees are stacked or left knee is behind the right foot, and extend the left arm up. As you extend the left arm up, make sure that that feels good on your left shoulder. Feel that kind of a stretch on the left side body. Breathe into that. Let the left hand rest comfortably on top of your head. And just really let the belly be neutral. So we're not pulling in the belly, we're not holding the belly in. We're really trying to just focus on stretching out the left side. If this feels good, please stay here. If you want to make it a little bit more edgy, you can take your bolster or structure and turn it so it's parallel to your leg, and you can really fold forward a little bit deeper. So you actually drape your right side onto your bolster or your structure, and your right elbow now is resting on the floor. So either one of those options would work for you. We're really trying to really just get into that left side, left QL muscle, and stretch it out. 1 more minute, close your eyes, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, And then gently press yourself up. And you're just going to repeat whatever you did on this side on the other side. So either your structure is raised with a block. You're either using your bolster or a bunch of blankets. Your knees are either stacked on top of one another or right knee behind the left knee. And you just want to stay here and stretch out that right side body. So your head is resting in your left arm. If this is not enough for you, or you feel like you want a little bit more, you can turn your structure so it's parallel to your leg. And you really fold, you drape your left side all the way down on your structure. So you really have an expansion on that right side. Make sure you're not rolling on your back or your belly. So you really want to keep it about a side stretch. And then again, 2 minutes, close your eyes. Breathe into that right side. Exhale it out. Let your belly be completely natural and neutral. So you're not pulling in the belly, you're not puffing it out. You're just really focusing on lengthening the right side. All the muscles in the right side bodies. The oblique muscles, the QL muscles on the right side. The intercostal muscles between the ribs. Seconds. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time, please. And then nice and slowly begin to press yourself up. Sit tall. Again, move your stuff to the side. Come on your back, please, and we're going to do some pelvic tilts. So go ahead and lay down on your back. Put your feet flat on your mat. Bring your heels a little bit closer to your buttocks. Have your arms next to you, palms are open. So you might want to lift the chest up and kind of snuggle your shoulder blades down your back. Press through the bottom of both feet and just lift the tailbone off the ground. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the tailbone down, lift the low back off the ground. We're gonna just do some pelvic tilts. So lift the tailbone up, lower the tail down, lift the low back up. Nice gentle movements. Inhale, lift the tail up. Exhale, lower the tail down, lift the low back. So arching your back slightly as the tailbone comes down, and then pressing the back down slightly as the tailbone lifts. Let's do 5 more. Lift the tail up and lower down, lift the, arch the back and lower down. 4 more. Lift the tail, lower down and arch the back. And 3 more. Lift the tail and down, arch the back. And last one, 2 more. Inhale, lower down and exhale. Last one. Inhale, lift the tail and down and arch the back. And then now you're going to press the feet down, lift the hips up. So come into a bridge pose. Pause here for a moment. Hold it for 3, 2. Really press through the bottom of both feet, pressing the shins away from the hips. And exhale, and nice and easy, slowly lower down. Your hips are last to come down. Do that again. Inhale, lift the hips up into bridge pose. Pause, try not to turn your head. Exhale, lower down. 1 vertebrae at a time, your hips are last to come down. Inhale, press through the bottom of both feet. Lift the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips all the way down. 3 more times. Inhale, press through the bottom of the feet. Lift the hips. Exhale and lower everything down. Your hips are last to come down. 2 more. Inhale, press to the feet to lift the hips. In the meantime, you're driving the shins away from the hips. And exhale and lower the hips down. Last one. Inhale, press the hips, press the feet, lift the hips. Exhale and lower everything down. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in. Roll over to the left side. As you roll over to the left side, come up on your elbow. Keep the knees bent. Take a nice deep breath in. Have your elbow be either just under your shoulder or slightly above it towards the top of your mat. As you press your hands down, spread your fingers wide apart from each other. Lift the hips up. So side plank with a bent knee. Lift the right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale and lower. If this is too easy for you, you can straighten the knees and lift the hips up and lower down. If this is still easy for you, you can come up on your hand, on your left hand. Press the hips up, come into side plank, and exhale, lower the hip down. Make sure whatever you choose to do feels okay with that left shoulder. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, press your hands to lift the hips. You can always stagger your feet if you want to, or stack your feet. Exhale, lower down. We have 5 more to go. Inhale, press to lift the hips. Exhale and lower down. 4 more. Inhale, press to lift the hips. Exhale and lower down. 3 more. Inhale, press to lift the hips. Exhale and down. 2 more. Inhale, press to lift. Exhale and last one. Inhale, press to hip. Pause here. Spin that right arm up and then lift the hips up as you bow open that entire right side. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower the hips down. Try not to just drop. And then switch to the other side. So we're going to initially start with the knees bent. Right forearm down. You're spreading your fingers wide apart from each other, kind of creating a duck foot with your hand. Either shoulder directly above the elbow, or slightly the elbow moves up a little bit towards the top of your mat. That's to protect your shoulder. So start with the knees bent, lift the hips up, lift the left arm up. Inhale, lower the hip down. And inhale, lift the hips and lower down. So if this is too easy for you, you can just extend the legs straight and lower the hips down and lift. Remember, each shoulder can be different, so make sure you do something that works for you. And down. If that's too easy for you, come up on your hand. Lift the hips, inhale and exhale. Make sure your shoulder feels okay. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Keep that top shoulder soft. Exhale, down. We have 5 more. So choose any of those options. 4 more. Make the pose work for you. You don't have to push your body to do something it doesn't want to do. And 2 more. Up. And down. 1 more. And up. Hold it here. Spin that left arm to the opposite wall as you lift the hips up. Pause here. Breathe for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once again. Inhale. And exhale. Now just don't plop down. Slowly lower the hips down. And then have a seat, please. As you have a seat, cross your ankles. Take a nice deep inhalation. Lift the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms away. Reach out of the waist. Exhale, fold to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, fold to the right. Let's do it side to side 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale and fold. And once again, inhale. and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Lower the arms down, please. Come to tabletop pose again. So stack your hands, stack your joints. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Lift the knees off the ground, bear pose. Drop the head down. Lower the knees down, cow pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the belly in. Hover the knees off the ground. Drop the chin. 2 and 3. Lower the knees down. Inhale, lift the chest into cow pose. Exhale, pull the belly in. Lift the knees off the ground, bear pose. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees down, and then you're going to come all the way down on your belly. So lie down flat on your belly, please. Make sure you don't have anything that you're going to kick to the sides. If you have, there's ultimately, every time I'm teaching in class, someone knocks over a water bottle or something. So come on your belly, please. Stack your hands, let your elbows wide out to the side. Rest your forehead on top of your stacked hands. This is called crocodile pose, which is a really, really lovely back bend. So you want to make sure that your armpits are soft towards the floor. Keep your head down. So don't lift your head up. Keep your head glued to your hands. And then lift the left leg back behind you. Keep that left leg straight. Imagine you have a little magic marker on your left big toe and draw a circle with that magic marker. All the way to one side, 2, 1, and then reverse it. Like you're drawing a big target back there. 3, 2, 1. Lower the left toes down, and as you lower them down, you might notice that the left leg is a little bit longer. Now we have to lengthen the right leg too. So pick up the right leg off the ground. Imagine you have that magic marker on the right big toe, and then draw that target behind you. For 3, 2, 1, and then reverse it. For 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. So both legs are nice and long now. Now, lengthen both legs. Inhale. As you straighten the legs, the knees are going to come off the ground. You're going to lift both feet off the ground. And then you're just going to swim. So pedal the feet. Flutter, flutter, flutter the feet. Pedal as fast as you can. You're in the Olympics and you want to reach to the end. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Lower the toes down. Keep the feet down. And now lift the chest up. Lift the arms out to the side like goalpost. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, bring the elbows to your rib cage as you lift the chest up. Inhale, reach the arms forward, lower the forehead down. Exhale, and bring the elbows down. Last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbows to your side. Pause here. Lift the legs off the ground. Now you're going to swim with the arms and the legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flutter those feet. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flutter the feet. Take your gaze down to your mat. Inhale and exhale. Flutter the feet as fast as you can. You have to win gold medal. So press, press, press for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful, beautiful work. Lower everything down. Come back to crocodile pose. Rest your forehead on your hands. Pause here for a moment. Breathe into your low back. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Breathe into your low back. Exhale. Once again, inhale. Breathe into that back, the back muscles. We're not done yet. Exhale. Now bring the legs together once again. Keep your forehead again down on your fingertips. Lift the legs up, back behind you. So the knees are off the ground. Bend the knees. Bring the heels as if you're kicking yourself with the butt. Lift the knees up a little bit higher. Separate your knees from each other, but the inner edges of your feet are still touching. Lift the knees a little bit higher, and then bring the knees together and extend the legs down. So that's the whole movement. Inhale, lift the legs up, bend the knees, separate the knees from each other, bring the knees together, lengthen the legs, lower the legs down. Inhale, lift the legs, bend the knees, separate the knees, bring the knees together, extend the legs straight, and lower the legs down. That's 3. We have 3 more to go. Inhale, lift the legs straight, bend the knees, separate the knees, bring the knees together, extend the legs, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift the legs, bend the knees, separate the knees, squeeze the knees towards each other, extend the legs, and lower down. 1 more. Inhale, lift the legs straight, bend the knees, separate the knees, bring the knees together, extend the legs, and lower everything down. Pause here for a moment. If you like to, you can windshield wiper your heels side to side. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We have 1 more sequence on our belly. Breathe into your low back. Exhale it out. And then this time, as you lengthen the legs, pick up the left leg off the ground, bend the knee, straighten it, and then take it out to the side, bring it in. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. That's 3. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. 4, out to the side and in. 5, out to the side and in. Last one, out to the side and in, and lower the leg down. Go straight into the right leg. Lift the leg up, bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Bend, straighten, out to the side and in. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Halfway there, bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Last one, straighten, out to the side and in. Lengthen the leg. We're going to do both legs at the same time. So lengthen the legs, inhale. Bend the knee, straighten, out to the side and in. Bend the knee, straighten, out away from each other and squeeze it in towards each other. So bend as if you're kicking yourself in the bum. Out to the side and in. That's 3. Bend the knees, straighten, out to the side and in. 2 more. Straighten, out to the side and in. Last one. Straighten, out to the side and in. Lower the legs down. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then gently press yourself all the way back up into tabletop pose. Inhale, lift the chest, send the left leg back behind you, right arm forward, and then 2 more times, bird dog. Inhale, this is to neutralize your spine. Inhale, reach, exhale, lower. Inhale, reach, exhale, lower. Last one, side to side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lower. Come all the way back to child's pose. Rest your forehead for just a moment on the floor to stretch out all those muscles you work in your low back. Breathe into your low back. Really strengthening your low back side muscles. Coming all the way back up to a seat, please. As you have a seat, press your feet down. Your hands are either facing the opposite of each other or your fingertips are facing your buttocks. We're going to go into reverse tabletop. So your feet are on train tracks parallel to each other. Press your feet down, lift the hips up into reverse tabletop. Pause here for a moment. If it feels good on your neck, you can drop the head down, but don't try and overdo it with the neck. Inhale. And then exhale, lower the hips down. So we're going to do this continuously, just lifting the hips up and exhale, lowering down. If you want a little bit more juice, if you want a little bit more activity, inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, you're going to take the hips in between your heels as you flex the toes. Okay, so it's either just the reverse tabletop, or you're going to lower the hips down in between the arms as you flex the feet. So either one of those options. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 5 more. Inhale, you're either coming into tabletop pose and reverse table and lower the hips down, or you're sliding the hips in between the arms. 4 more. Lift and lower. 3 more. Lift and lower. And 2. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift it up. And then everybody just come all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sit tall. Baddha Konasana. Exhale, fold forward. Drop your head towards your feet. Make it an easy Baddha Konasana. So it doesn't have to be really tight. You don't need to bring your heels so close to your groin. Just let the head drop for a moment. Breathe into your low back. So we did sort of a yin version of core workout. So let the left knee drop down as you bring that right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Sit tall, hug your right knee in. Lift the chest. It's a modified version of Ardha Matsyurandasana. Make sure your sits bones are grounded and you're pressing through the right big toe. Continue to lift the chest. If it feels good, you can begin to twist a little bit more towards the right. You can take that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. I'll turn around this way so you can see me. So left elbow on the outside of the right knee. As you use that traction, you can twist a little bit more. If you have a bind in your practice, you can take the left hand under the right thigh and then hook your right fingertips to your left fingertips. But make sure you're not rounding the back. Make sure your spine is nice and long. And then you're sitting tall. You can look over the right shoulder. So I'll give you another visual this way. Your spine is long. Breathe into that twist. And then slowly begin to unwind. And as you sit tall, take the left ankle to the outside of that right knee. Okay, so make sure the sits bones are grounded. You're pressing through the left big toe. Initially, we're just gonna sit tall here. Our sternum is aligned with the knee, and we're just kind of feeling what's happening in the spine. Once you've been there for a little while, you can then twist a little bit to the left. Maybe you just want to stay here, hugging that left knee in. Maybe some of you would like to take that right elbow on the outside of the left knee as you use that traction of the elbow against the knee to twist a little bit farther. But make sure you're not rounding the back. This is really important. If your spine is long, you're creating space. With a rounded back, you're gonna create herniated disc and all other issues. So make sure the spine is long. If you have a bind in your practice, you can grab your fingertips under your right leg, but make sure whatever you're doing feels good on your spine. So you're not forcing your body to do anything it's not prepared or willing to do. And then you breathe. You sit tall. You can take your gaze over the left shoulder if you want to. And as you're ready, turn your gaze forward first. Slowly begin to unwind, and we're going to set up here for our final pose. So I'm going to encourage you to, or invite you to set up, either bring a chair or a stool, or you can set up what I call instant Maui. So we're going to take our blocks, we're going to put our bolster on top of the blocks, and you can adjust the blocks as you need it. So you can put it on the highest height, and then put the bolster on top. And then you're just going to come all the way against your structure, putting the calves on top of your structure. Again, if you don't have a bolster and blocks, just use a chair nearby. The intention is to have the calves resting comfortably on top of your structure, and then you come all the way down on your back. Instant Maui. Let the palms be open, let the back of your neck be long, let the back of your head be supported. You can always put a pillow under your head. And we're just going to stay here for the next minute or so. So close your eyes. Feel the femur bones sinking into the hip sockets. Let your toes be completely soft. So maybe you want to wiggle your toes and fingertips to make sure you're not holding on to any tension. Just drop in. Let yourself just completely relax in this pose. And then as you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side for just a moment. If you have more time and you would like to stay in your Shavasana, please feel free to do that. We're just at the top of the hour and I'm gonna sign out. So if you'd like to stay for a little bit longer, please feel free to do this. Otherwise, you can come to a comfortable seat with me. Bringing your hands to the heart center, bow down to yourself for creating this time to take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. We really need to think about that and make sure that we are taken care of. Because when we take care of ourselves, then we have the capacity and ability and willingness to take care of everyone else around us too. So have a beautiful weekend. I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.